Okay, guys, today we're doing something good. We're doing like we can do only we gotta hear Filipino songs. Like yeah.
This Filipino song shocked the world, translated into 27 languages and sold millions globally. Anak, written by Freddie Aguilar in 1970. Did you know the Philippines made a law for this song? This song can get you fined or even imprisoned. In the Philippines, a specific law requires everyone to stand at attention, place their right hand over their chest, and sing it properly whenever it plays. The song is none other than Lupang Hinirang, the Philippine national anthem. Under Republic Act number 8491, which was enacted in 1998, disrespecting it can lead to fines or even jail time. That's how serious the Philippines is about honoring its national anthem. Did you know this law? What are your thoughts?
Ayoko na. Kirai.
Okay, we gotta do Lupang Naharina.
If you want to know what you will look like when you grow up, first open the time machine. Then take a picture.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Saying something. I have a dangerous announcement. If you because last night I see there's a danger alert say tomorrow there is a rain. Now it started because it's rain. Because now it's snow. Be careful. If you're in New York, you see other scammers, and that even costumes. Say, give me money. If you see that guy from this store, say, give me money. It's so many people, and that's the only other thing, only dangerous. Be careful. I remember that from 2008, not 2002 to the year, not 2016, I know 2025, not 2007, because I don't know this tattoo. But I remember that phrase over there from 2016. That's enough.
This is how I threw a funeral for a Taco Bell that closed down near me, and then invited a bunch of people from my city to come mourn the loss of this great establishment, and then got on a plane and flew to China to live at a factory for a couple weeks while I made bronze Mountain Dew Baja Blast sculptures and bronze Taco Bell bags to commemorate this Taco Bell funeral. So step one was to buy a $1,400 Taco Bell themed gravestone, and Once that was done, I cut off these pieces of metal and put them into these holes with this epoxy. Okay, I'll guide it. You drop it. And once that was done, I needed to figure out, okay, where am I actually going to have this Taco Bell funeral? So I needed to find a Taco Bell that had closed down recently. So I went on my local city's subreddit and asked people, and 16,000 people saw it, and 29 people commented. And of those 29, one person said 5258 California Ave Southwest. And so I went and scouted the location, and there was two big issues. One was it was behind a fence, and it had been abandoned, and there was no access to the property. And the second one, which is bigger, was after I did some online snooping, I found out that it wasn't actually a Taco Bell. It was a Thai place called the Thai Tan. But then I was looking at the building more, and I just sort of saw a couple distinct architectural features, one being this archway, and the second being these terracotta tiles. And after doing some research on other Taco Bell locations, I found that both of those features were pretty common. And so we went on Discord and found this woman who was a Taco Bell historian, and she was able to blow the case wide open. She was able to go into the archives of the city through the public library and find the actual architectural drawings for that specific location. And yes, she was able to confirm that it was Taco Bell, which was good. And it was started in the 1970s when burritos were only 19 cents. And it was in business for about 20 years until the 1990s, where a hepatitis outbreak happened and it closed shortly afterwards. And after that, it just sort of faded into oblivion and people forgot about it.
Hello, what can I get for you today?
Hi, could I get a...
I thought I'd just play for a few minutes, but I kept telling myself just one more game. Before I knew it, I was totally hooked. GameWave has so many fun mini games that I just can't stop.
Then I went back to my art studio and took a bunch of photos of this bag and Baja Blast Cup and then made a digital model of it. And then once I 3D scanned it, I was able to send it to a professional 3D modeler named Rajdip, who was able to make a final 3D version that had the logo on and everything. And then myself and Natty, my studio assistant, flew from the US to China. And we went to a rural part of China that specializes in bronze foundry sculptures. And we met the foundry owner named Mr. Lee and Echo, who was the salesperson. And she was the only person that sort of vaguely spoke English. So we did a lot of Google Translate on our phones. Wait, say that. So people think, say that again?
People think that Mao Zedong will protect them in the heaven.
Oh, so Mao Zedong is God.
Yes, Mao Zedong is gone.
So it was at this point, walking around the factory, and there was just like a ton of Mao paraphernalia everywhere, and no one spoke English. And I was just starting to feel a bit out of place, I guess. And I think the Chinese factory workers felt the same way. But this man here named D, he showed me the first step into making these bronze sculptures, and he didn't speak any English and I didn't speak any Chinese, so he just sort of gestured with his hands. And the first step was to make this two-part silicone mold, and he sprayed some mold release agent on it, and I scooped out some silicone and mixed it up, and we poured it over the top of this 3D printed Taco Bell bag. Then we reinforced it and then flipped it over and did the same thing to the other side. And once that was done, I went over and mixed up a bunch of clay to reinforce the silicone mold. Hey, I'm recording audio. Can I call you back?
Send that video, baby.
Okay, yeah. And after I put all the clay on, I smoothed it out. Explanation break. Explanation. To make this out of bronze, first you need to make it out of wax, and you can't just fill it up with bronze and have it be solid, because when the metal cools longest, we had 240 to make, and it just took a very, very long time to polish all these. And this is what it looked like before and afterwards. And how much did the whole project cost? It was 95 grand. Taco Bell didn't sponsor it or anything. It was just, take money from past art projects and then funnel it into the next one. Just for those that are curious, it was 600 grand to do it in the US, which is kind of interesting. But after we had finished, we flew from China back to the US. And the first thing we did was put up these posters around the city to say, hey, there's a Taco Bell funeral. This is the date. You have to wear a funeral attire and you should bring some sort of offering. What if no one comes? What if too many people come? How are we going to get through?
Maybe I dream too much.
What if Disneyland was 100 times bigger? It would cover around 50,000 acres, making it larger than cities like San Francisco or Paris. Since Disney already employs around 30,000 cast members, you'd now need about 3 million people to keep it operational. At that size, Disneyland wouldn't just have 9 themed lands, but 900. Each character in every franchise could get their own respective land, even that extra that only said one line. The park could also fit 6,000 plus rides, shows, and
Wow, I got distracted again.
Sherry, can you sing my new song?
Which one? Ohio branch, the president's song. In 3, 2, 1, canta.
Say now that a bus parking in the middle of the road.
Batang, balitang, utang, pansira. When your sister doesn't know you can sing.
You know, actually, I just had a performance with the girls last night in Thailand.
Yep, we're finished. See you to the next video when I do something else. We'll do more. Bye.